Hello, fellow monsters. This is your editor-in-chief, Aaron, and we're going to look at Splatoon. Nintendo is running a global test fire. They announced this past Wednesday, so we're going to check out this this new IP from Nintendo and check it out here. Hopefully, it'll let us connect. Is supposed to play between 8 and 9 p.m. Pacific time. I'm in Virginia, so this will be between 11 p.m. and midnight Eastern time. So. Actually tried this earlier today and didn't check the Eastern time, and I was very much disappointed when it wouldn't let me log on to the. I guess this is Nintendo's open beta, I guess, for this game. This game comes out May the 29th, so it's a very big thing. And there you go. See, it's not gonna let me log on yet. Let's try again one more time. And sometimes problem with open beta, if you're not logged on right when everything starts up, it may take a little bit to get in. But I'm pretty stoked for this IP. I think it's something, everybody always says Nintendo needs to try new things. This is definitely a new thing for Nintendo. They're not very online savvy when it comes to shooters and whatnot. So it's a little bit different for these guys. I was talking to a guy at GameStop, and he was talking about this kind of being like a Team Fortress for Nintendo. As far as if you ever played the Team Fortress games. I've never played them. They're kind of like a cartoony kind of third-person shooter, much like looking like Splatoon is going to be. So I'm pretty stoked about trying to get into this beta here. But it should be a good game. It looks like. I mean, we've seen the screenshots. We've seen some gameplay from E3 last year of it when it was announced. So. This is one of those games that could really take the Wii U. They just announced they had some big jumps in Wii U sales because of Mario Kart and Smash Brothers. So we'll see if Splatoon can get them even more. They try to dig themselves out of the hole there. I'm going to try to log in here. I'm not going to sit here, so we'll be back once we log in. Alright, we are in the Splatoon beta here, and we're going to go with the boy here. We'll see. I am super pale, so we'll go super white here. Let's see. With orange eyes, go balls, and let's see. Yes, it's cool. Very kind of fun kind of take on them, even from, as you see with the menu screen there, it's still very much kind of a very vibrant part of a third-person shooter. You don't see that very much. So since they think you're too cool for school, it's time to prove it in battle. So a little bit of a tutorial here. Oh wow, okay. So, you're not seeing this, but you can actually move the controller, and it's actually super intuitive, as far as moving. Let's see, and I'm using the right stick to kind of move the camera here. So you use the left joystick to move, you use the right to kind of adjust the camera, and then I'm actually low on ink, and I'm gonna. Okay, so there we go. So filled up on ink, you gotta go down. I'm actually, let me kind of show this to you here. I'm actually moving the Wiimote to move the camera here. Very kind of cool thing here. As you see, this will move. Right will move your character while the left trigger moves the camera for you. It's actually super intuitive. I'm not usually cool with motion controls. But this is actually, once you kind of remember everything, and actually you can push Y to reset the camera, which is super. Again, that's how you turn into a squid. Again, the kind of the gist of this game is, again, it's a shooter, and you can shoot basically like a souped up version of paintball. You can turn it into a squid, and you push ZL to do that. And you can kind of slide. Now, as the game progresses, you will find out that you can only slide in your own pace. So right now I'm blue. I'm on the blue team. It looks like that you can only. There doesn't seem to be any jumping mechanism. So as far as how you get up these things, it's got to be up. It's got to be using your color. Now you can either shoot. Obviously, you're seeing here. You can either shoot or you can do this, which fills up the level, and then that allows you to kind of move around the terrain a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be okay. So you can actually jump with X. So again, very really surprised with the controls so far. So there you go. So there's something that you can't do here. So I'm guessing I need to do this right here. If I can move my X button here. So far so good. We're actually okay, so dash jump. Very cool. Nintendo's always been super good with their so as you see there, the enemy's ink I have to cover up with mine so I can kind of traverse the level here. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to kind of get into controls are a little bit sensitive, and I'm guessing in the beta you can't really do much as far as options here. I think it's going to be a game. So far, you got a lot you got kind of have to do. I'm low on ink, so I need to fill up this way. You got to kind of remember how to do stuff. I mean, you know, traditional shooters, you've got your left stick as your movement stick, and then you have your right stick to move the camera up and down, not just side to side. So you've got your stick on the right side that actually is going to be moving your camera left to right as far as just moving your weapon from left to right, while the motion control is going to take the rest of it. So very bright game, obviously. I mean, Nintendo's not Xbox, is not PlayStation 3 or 4, or 3 for that matter. They're not going to do a lot of violent stuff, and that's cool. That's one of the reasons I really like Nintendo. They kind of cater to the younger gamer, but they also make games super fun and super not realistic, I guess, but super fun for everybody. Kind of accessible for everyone. Okay, so I can throw a bomb with R. Awesome. And I think it's one of those things. I mean, you do have a lot to remember. Like I'm still struggling to remember to actually ZL for a super jump. There we go. There's still a lot you have to remember, and I think as far as this. So here's let's see what we got here. So I'm about to go into the multiplayer data. See what we got here. We've got a couple things here. I'm going to go ahead with the Splattershot Junior. We'll join the battle. Now, from what I understand, Nintendo is releasing a lot of free DLC with this. There's going to be kind of like the extra XP weekends that Call of Duty does. You can do, you get to choose like what's your favorite dog or cat, something like that. You get to choose which team you're on, and you get points for that, be able to purchase upgrades. So sounds like they're doing it right. It sounds like they put a lot of thought into it as far as how to keep people interested. There isn't a single player with this. This is just a multiplayer. So this is something brand new for Nintendo as far as, first of all, being a shooter. The second thing is, and actually I got kicked out one more time, so we're going to go with this one this time. So they thought a lot about it as far as trying to make it accessible for everyone. The controls, like I said, they're a little bit loose. I'm sure that's something that that we can try to that you can actually do. So here we go. Let's see, I'm Aaron C right down there. we're ready to go. But I'm sure it's something that you can kind of mess around with. I'm sure they're going to give you some options to be able to cater it towards your play. And I'd be really surprised if they did take out the motion control and allow you to. So, alright, so it looks like I'm the teal team. Looks like somebody's got a sniper rifle. Again, one of the most important things here is to try and fill up everyone here. I'm low on ink, so I need to fill back there. Now, as far as I understood the initial concept, this is one of the more important parts of the game. Obviously, it's important to be able to shoot the team and be able to do it that way. But it's also it doesn't look like there's any maps per se on this. As far as being able to, you can actually see there. I didn't have nothing there to. Well, we go that way. Pretty cool. That's my wife. That was me. But I am getting got here. It does. So see, as you see, I move slower in the orange. So it's one of those things you gotta have to keep a hold of. It's very much kind of like capture flag, or you know, as far as what Halo used to be, as far as stuff like. Yeah, when I play games, I zone out for a second, so I got beat again, but I got her too, so worked out. So again, I think the controls may be a little bit of an issue. Again, you know, it's kind of hard to try to remember everything, I'm sure, at some point. Man, I got smashed. Ooh, got her. Whoa. So again, you see very colorful. Actually, a really fun game. I think the controls are going to be the major issue. I mean, I think as far as, again, you got to kind of remember you have to move this as well. And that's not, it's not very intuitive right now. I guess once you get used to it, it's going to be, I actually like it. It's nice, but it's just remembering, hey, I have to push this up or I have to go this down to be able to do that. So hopefully we can get a quick game in here. Again, we are. But as far, very fun. The only thing that, again, I think is one of the biggest issues is the kind of the depth perception. How high do I have to get this to actually hit somebody, especially if they're much further away. But yeah, so far, I mean, I like it. It's like I said, very different from Nintendo, but I think they're making a great effort. So, actually, this is Turf War. I think it's what we played last time. I think this is the only mode we have. So Turf War is more of, like I said, kind of like in Halo, where you had certain properties that you had to take over. I can't remember the exact name of the mode. You can drop it in the. But it's kind of like this Turf War thing where you have to go take over stuff. And obviously, in this case, the more paint you get all over the place, the better. And I see it's very much, you know, team oriented here, because as you can see, they have blue. I'm shooting from up top, allowing my teammate to get the kill on that, or the splatter. I don't know what you call it. I'm sure Nintendo will call it a kill. Now the interesting thing is, it's been announced that there will be no voice chat on this, which I think for a game that is very much more or less a strategy game. I mean, this is very much strategy. I do think that it's going to be somewhat of an issue if you are trying to do this that we're seeing here, when you're trying to kind of help a teammate out. See, we are under attack big time here. So it looks like you got some kind of, much like Call of Duty, you kind of got these upgrades that you can grab. What about the right hands here? Trying to keep my land here. I bet. Held all pretty good there. Yeah, so it comes down to how much of the map is yours, is in your color. Again, it's one of those things where I think it's going to have to be. So she's trying to get this last bit over here. That's the game. We'll see how we do this time. We got it. So that time we won. So as you see, and I'm sure there's going to be like a deathmatch type mode for this, to be quite honest. So as of right now, I think this is the only one that you can play right now. As you can see, I finished on the bottom for my team because that's just, I suck at shooters, to be quite honest. But it is very fun. It's very different. It's very. I don't think I've ever played a shooter like this, and I'm more a third-person shooter guy. I'm not a huge first-person guy. I think the last big first-person shooter I was into was Call of Duty vs. Modern Warfare. So as far as shooters, I'm not great, and you'll see that. I've always said that I love playing video games, but I really stink at them. But especially shooters. But something like this, where it's not necessarily about going out and getting the most kills. It's about being a team. It's trying to trying to get more of the map, trying to figure out where we want to go, and that's where the voice chat, I think, will come into play. Now, obviously, you can do stuff like, obviously, if you have Apple, you can do FaceTime. You can, call somebody and talk to them as they go along. You can do Skype. I know a lot of PC gamers use Skype for like World of Warcraft and stuff like that. I think it's going to come in handy here to do that with. So this time we are blue. Again, the controls are getting a little bit better. You just got to talk yourself into, hey, you got to move the pad. So for somebody that can't really shoot like I can, so this is a great mode for me. I just, instead of spraying bullets everywhere and not hitting anything, I'm actually helping my team win. So. As you see, you do take a little bit of a score up there, so as far as that goes. So here we are, we got to help our guys here. It's a cool dynamic to this game because, as you see, you slow down when you hit the other person's paint. So a battle can ooh. See, he just threw a grenade at Map can really change, and if you can get the property back, you can really kind of change the way the game is going. As you see with that battle, he got me because he had more yellow, and he got me stuck in yellow paint. So it's a huge thing to. It's very much strategic, which I like a lot. Instead of going out and trying to get 40 kills, you actually kind of got to think about what you're kind of doing there. It plays very quick. I'm sure you can change the map times or the travel like this a little better. I do like the travel feature. It's pretty cool as far as being able to move a little bit quicker with your paint, and again, strategy coming into play there. Lost. So that one, oh well, can't win them all. So I finished a little bit better that time. So far so good. I mean, it's interesting. It's an interesting game. I actually really like it, and I can't wait to kind of get more. Obviously we're limited to what we can play here, but to see what other modes and stuff as far as that goes. If you want to look on the gamepad, actually during the loading time, it looks like they have an old school kind of arcade game. If you can see that, it's called Squid Jump. I ain't played it yet, but a cool little thing here. Again, that's something Nintendo tends to do. Give you something to do, between games while it's loading. If you look on the screen there, obviously you can see at the very bottom. If you go to the Wii, if you go to the Wii U touchscreen here. You can actually look at the map from like above, top thing. So kind of the same concept as far as like Mario Kart, being able to look down at the overall card and see where you're at on there. Same kind of thing here. So. Very strategic. I actually like it. You see the gameplay is actually very good as far as the mechanics. It looks like Nintendo's really kind of thought this out a lot as far as that goes. So, it's cool stuff. So this time on the orange team versus the blue team here. Now, I think when you can get in your own paint, they actually can't see you. I got killed anyway. Looks like there's different weapons as well, as far as what you can kind of do here. I haven't chose the other weapon. Looks like you can probably pick up some more weapons here, like that, which it looks like you can roll big, massive amounts of it, of the screen there, and then also smack people to get rid of them. I got somebody behind me. It is very much a kind of strategy as far as trying to get, as you can see there, that person had to, that guy had to drop on me, but the person had to drop on him before I aimed, instead of trying to shoot them, I aimed at the actual ground, slowed them down, and then beat them. So it's kind of, it reminds me, obviously not in content wise, but it reminds me a lot of Dead Space, as far as how you kind of take out your enemy. You know, as far as being able to, you know, obviously with Dead Space, you wanted to try to not necessarily shoot the enemy, but also kind of cripple them and stuff like that, so you can get to them and their limbs being the weakness. Same here. I think the map will be a big thing as far as, you know, being able to control it, being able to, instead of, you know, shooting the person in front of you, think about other ways that you can defeat them. And a lot of that's going to call, and a lot of that's going to be, hey, I'm going to, you know, shoot right at your feet, so you can't move, and I'm going to finish you in. So. So that's Splatoon. Leave some comments down below. I like it so far, as far as kind of a quick review. But it's very unique. It's something that is kind of super cool, actually. And I hope, you know, once the final product comes out, that's even better as far as you know, maps and weapons and stuff like that. So. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go to the blog, monstersofgeek.wordpress.com. Go check our stuff out. We just finished our top movies, top comic book movies, top 20 comic book movies. I'll get out here in a minute. Go check it out and leave some comments there. But again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.